I wanted to fly an aeroplane since I was a small boy. I always remember Pop taking me down to Coode Island, where I think it was 10 shillings in those days. I got into this big aeroplane with 2 wings and everything, and the engine making noise, and I'd flown. I'd never forgotten it. I enlisted in 1940. I wasn't called up until May 41. We got posted up to Wagga. Actually, it was called Forest Hill, which was an aerodrome just outside of Wagga. It's easy to take an aeroplane off the ground. It's bringing it back again, and we're keeping it in one piece is very necessary too. I put myself up for a scrub test. He said, "Tighten your straps, please don't kill your bloody self. Take it off." I still remember it. It was on the north-south. We were taking off from the north. There was a south wind blowing. We took straight down and came there. And I was singing and crying at the same time. to go solo. So, a couple of us were then progressed on to the Spits, and that's when it all started. And it was absolutely fantastic. And I was posted down to 131 County of Kent Squadron, and the CO was a fellow named Fifield. I can remember, he said, "Have you seen your flight commander yet?" I said, "No." I said to him, "All right, come on, get in an aeroplane." And he said, "Now all I want you to do is follow me." "Oh yes." So we take off, and the next thing I know, he's there and I'm looking around, where the Christ are you? And that sort of thing. They learned you've got to have a swivel head, and then we're doing fighter sweeps. Fighter sweep is all our fighters would go across to France to get the Luftwaffe to come up. We were doing various formations, and the Luftwaffe were very good. They were very, very good. And they all seemed to knock off the ones right on the outside. I had to fly three times on the outside of the formation, and bang, and you're pulling, pushing, and you're swivelling and so on. And then you gradually became used to the thing. We then started to take B-26s. We took places in to Beauvais and Poix. We took fortresses in. We couldn't take them all the way in to their target because we didn't have the range. Well, even though we had slipper tanks, we had 45-gallon tanks underneath. And if we're engaging, then you drop your tank and engage. Ken Parry and I did what we called rhubarb, which was a code name for knocking off trains and transport. And the ideal was you both had to be experienced or classed as operational. You both had to have faith in each other, but more particularly you had to be also given permission by the CO to go. And the ideal weather to do such a job was to have 10 tenths cloud, rain if need be, and you fly across at sea level and then come over and knock off the steam engines and things of that nature. That's rather hair-raising a bit, especially when you think you're inflammable and you go back twice on the same target. They're waiting for you. Well, when you're in any, like Army is there, well, they're in an infantry battalion. In the fighter squadron, you've got one out and you're in a bit of bother, especially if there's 2 or 3, and there was a bit of a stoush going on, and everyone was going everywhere. And it's a strange thing. 1 minute the sky all around has got aeroplanes, and the next minute you're one out. You don't know where they've all gone. They're either down there or up there. But Spud was way over. I could see his letter on his aircraft. And I think I saw him, and I gave my position to him in real clock code. I said, "I'm about 3 o'clock to you." And I said, "Use your bloody eyes." While he's coming across to me, 2 blokes are coming after me. And Spud went in between them. And I reckon it gave me enough time to, like, I was looking at him instead of looking behind me, and they coming from up on the rear quarter and coming down, and Spud just came through and they broke away, and then we paired together and we took them down to sea level. But that's what you'd call comradeship. You're backing each other up. You can't explain what it is because you just go. I became a section leader and then various other things that you could fly, number 2 to the CO. I went on like that, and then after the war I got out and I got a job with TAA on the purchasing side. I think it was something, well, we'll never forget.